Statement. Oh yes, my master had quite the collection of tortured individuals that seemed unable to confront their basic personality conflicts. Let me cite some specific examples. Mockery.
Oh, Master! I do not trust you! I cannot trust you or anyone ever again!
Mockery.
Oh, Master, I love you, but I hate all you stand for. But I think we should go press those slimy, mucus-covered lips together in the cargo hold.
Conclusion. Such pheromone-driven human responses never cease to decrease the charge in my capacitors, and make me wish I could press a blaster pistol to my behavior core and pull the trigger. I am pleased that this does not seem to be the case with your current entourage. Statement. Yes, well, enough. Statement. Query. I must express some degree of confusion concerning your actions. You are the one who followed Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not?
Yeah, I am.
Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near-genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat, but I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that. Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you are responsible for my creation. Answer. Oh, please, Master. Even as a metaphor, that idea is repugnant. You are a gland. Clarification. I meant that I was built as a result of the need for a selective killing machine, rather than a crude mass slaughter war droid. Answer. No, Master. I was constructed shortly after the beginning of the Jedi Civil War. Answer. Well, Master, unless you were operating on my central control cluster, I would be somewhat hesitant to discuss my targets, but I suppose it could do no harm. During the Jedi Civil War, I was responsible for certain strategic targets. For some reason, Revan did not feel that the Republic presented much of a military threat.
I've talked to this guy for way too long.
I am somewhat unclear as to why this was so, but Revan did have a certain biological instinct regarding such things, so I will simply say that there were probably reasons for such an assessment. Answer. Revan felt the true war was against the Jedi. Observation. It was not something discussed with much of the others, but I think Revan recognized that a single Jedi, both in the past and in the present, could turn the tide of a conflict. So my targets were frequently Jedi, or someone close to a Jedi that could result in their corruption or collapse. Revan often assigned me to kill leaders or supporters of certain Jedi so as to erode their will. Answer. Revan saw the pressures of war on Duxon and knew that even in the heat of conflict, Jedi could be broken, not physically, but psychologically. Observation. It is a curious thing to assassinate and wound someone's personality, to assassinate them psychologically, and it took me some time to reconcile the acts. I am much more used to their direct approach. Still, I served well and killed many Jedi. Observation. Master.
Alright.
Observation. Master, I do not believe that... I do not know if you Observation. Request. First, Master, I would appreciate it if Jedi need to be killed, that you permit me to kill those annoying pseudo-pacifists for you.
We got a lot of Jedi killers on this thing.
To do it yourself, then there are many techniques I would suggest. Recitation. First, weapon selection is critical. If I see one more idiot attacking a Jedi with a blaster pistol, then I'll kill them myself. Answer. Select grenades, sonic screamers, cluster rockets, and plasma charges. Mines are also effective, since many Jedi will run to meet you in hand-to-hand combat. Silly Jedi. Addendum. Gas attacks are effective if you can take the Jedi by surprise. Inhalation is less effective than ones that work on skin contact, as some Jedi seem to be able to hold their breath for long periods of time. Cautionary. Still, don't rely on it, since Jedi can fight off the effects. It just distracts them, leaving them open to another avenue of attack. Recitation. Do not forget to activate any energy shields you possess.
Yep.
Lightsabers, while powerful, have trouble penetrating most military-issue energy shields, provided they are energy shields and not those crude Mandalorian melee shields. Answer. Countering their other powers is more difficult. Confession. I do not fully understand their other abilities, but I do know that many of them require that the Jedi know that you are there and can see you. Thus, sniping and using cover are always advantageous. Evaluation. A technique that Revan used frequently was to attack a Jedi indirectly. This method only works if the Jedi is adherent. Answer. Kill
Ugh,
their
I'm so tired of
allies.
this.
That is why there are many. Cautionary. Oh no, Master. Explanation. Statistically, over-planning the assassination of a Jedi seems to backfire. Extrapolation. There are many theorists who claim Jedi can see the future, and I do not know if that is true, but it... Jedi, like Sandkivers, seem to sense trouble a few seconds before it happens. Answer. No, Master. In addition to traps, mines, and orbital bombardment. Strangely enough,
That's what
Revan
Atman
believed
was.
that meatbags that did not use or believe in the Force were especially important, since Revan had many of them trained to hide their minds, as it were. And whether as
Dang. Why to gain dark side points? Oh well. Okay. It's time for your boy to move on here. I think we're gonna go to. I think we go to Korriban next. Korriban. Just because I don't know, like Andra and Duck City. I always do Dance Mate last. I don't like Dance Mate all that much. Andra and Duck City is my favorite. Probably my favorite planet. Planets. And Korriban doesn't really take all that long to do. So, yeah, that's good. The other thing about Korriban is the test thing you have to do.
We've hit the ground. This
Maybe
is
quick answer,
Korriban.
I'm just gonna
Why would
use
one of the
guide.
Jedi you're looking for come here?
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone on the surface.
There are signs of life on the surface. Beasts by the dozen. So don't worry. You won't be quite as lonesome as she makes out. You might want to keep your, lightsaber sharp. Or do whatever you do in these situations.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably accurate. If there are...
It seems quiet. Just the wind. This place merely tolerates sentience walking upon it. There's great power in this place.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting ground, the most likely place to find. If you
Let's
walk
head out.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy.
Alright. Wrong way. I think we'll take... I'm gonna take HK. Just I'd like to get him around. Do I take Mira or Bizes? I'll take Mira. Actually, I'm gonna change my party configuration to Bizes. Because I want Mira on Duxon, because she's a Mandalorian, you know?
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient. Each tomb was once infused. However, even the many traps could...
I really don't mess around with the tombs all that much. I think we'll make that Visus is a...
Yes, sir.
When I level up, I'm gonna give myself points to Constitution if I can. I think that's a good idea. Aha! HK droids.